According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 123,038 people are waiting for an organ in the United States. Why organ, eye, and tissue donation? Because one organ donor can save up to 8 lives. Organ transplantation has become an accepted medical treatment for end-stage organ failure. According to organdonor.gov, each day an average of 79 people receive organ transplants. However, an average of 21 people die each day waiting for transplants that can't take place because of the shortage of donated organs. Every number in a statistic you view represents a life: a mom, a dad, a brother, a sister, or a child, or someone who is important to someone else or even to you. Thousands die every year waiting for a donor organ that never comes. By becoming a donor, you have the power to change that. Are you unsure about donating organs for transplant? Don't let misinformation keep you from saving lives. It is important to educate yourself on organ donation and become aware of how you are able to give someone a second chance at life. There are a few common myths about organ donation that I may be able to clear and provide the facts. First, the myth is, if I agree to donate my organs, the hospital staff won't work as hard to save a life. This is false. When you go to the hospital for treatment, doctors focus on saving your life, not somebody else's. You'll be seen by a doctor whose specialty most closely matches your particular emergency. Another myth: organ donation is against religion. Organ donation is consistent with the beliefs of most major religions. This includes Roman Catholicism, Islam, most branches of Judaism, and most Protestant faiths. If you are unsure of or uncomfortable with your faith's position on donation, ask a member of your clergy. Another myth: I'm under the age of 18, I'm too young to make this decision. This is true in a legal sense, but your parents can authorize this decision. You can express to your parents your wish to donate, and your parents can give their consent knowing that it's what you wanted. Children, too, are in need of organ transplants, and they usually need organs smaller than those an adult can provide. Another myth: I'm too old to donate. Nobody would want my organs. There is no defined cutoff age for donating organs. The decision to use your organs is based on strict medical criteria, not age. Don't disqualify yourself prematurely. Let the doctors decide at the time of your death whether your organs and tissues are suitable for transplantation. Lastly, another myth is, I'm not in the best of health. Nobody would want my organs or tissues. Very few medical conditions automatically disqualify you from donating organs. The decision to use your organ is based on strict medical criteria once again. It may turn out that certain organs are not suitable for transplantation, but other organs and tissues may be fine. Don't disqualify yourself prematurely. There is a definitive selection process. First step in receiving a transplant is to get on the OPTN-UNOS National Transplant Waiting List. Due to a shortage of organs that are suitable for donation, only slightly more than 50% of people are on the waiting list that will receive an organ within 5 years. If the deceased evaluation does not rule out donation, the organ procurement organization contacts the Organ Procurement and Transportation Network to begin the search for matching recipients. A computer program matches donor organs with recipients based on certain characteristics. This includes blood type, tissue type, height, and weight. There are 2 types of donations: deceased donations and living donations. Most often, donors are deceased, but some organs can be donated by living donors. Most often, individuals who die from accidents, heart attacks, or strokes, and then the next can consent to organ donations is considered deceased donations. The number of living organ donors is more than 6,000 per year. 1 in 4 of these donors isn't biologically related to the recipient. Living donors offer their loved one or a friend an alternative to waiting on the National Transplant Waiting List for an organ from the deceased donor. There are alternatives and solutions to this issue. One is becoming an organ donor. Anyone has the opportunity to be one of the individuals who makes these miracles happen. You may sign up as an organ and tissue donor in your state's organ donor registry. Other ways to register is that you may also designate your decision on your driver's license by selecting yes to organ donation, or you may sign a donor card if available. An alternative is to talk to others about this opportunity. If you are unfit to become a donor, encourage others to become one. In conclusion, the average waiting time may be decreased for a recipient if more individuals consent to become an organ donor. Sometimes organ recipients want to thank the family of their donor, or sometimes donor families want to check on the health and the well-being of the person who received an organ from their loved one. The possibility of this lifts the process of donation and transplantation and makes it a true sharing of life, gratitude, and love. Although it is required by law to protect the confidentiality of donors and recipients, there may be an arrangement for contact between the families when they both agree. The feeling that this could bring to others and yourself is indescribable. Please talk to others at every opportunity, and only you can make it happen.